interested in going out on the boat. I mean, if he's bringing his kid, Cece suggested. I'll call him tomorrow about it. We'll see. More wine? He asked, pouring the vintage Cabernet into their glasses. The next day was a busy one for Scotty. He decided that if he didn't call Paul as he drove into work, the day would get too busy and he would forget. So he commanded the Bluetooth in his car to call Paul. The phone rang twice. "Scotty boy," Paul's big, hefty voice said as he picked up the phone. "How are you, man?" Paul's smile was contagious, even over the phone. "I'm good. How are you? Was happy to get your message yesterday. What's going on?" Scotty asked. "Me and my boy Zach are in town in Fort Lauderdale picking up a little toy I bought for myself. Got a 42-footer, center cabin, real beauty. You free this weekend to take her out? I got enough gear. You got a kid, right? Bring him too." "Wow, 42-footer. That's not a little toy," Scotty said, and immediately regretted it. If this Paul was anything like high school Paul, that little comment just inflated his ego even more. "I have a daughter, actually. She'll be in town this weekend, and—" "Bring her too," Paul interrupted. "We got plenty of lines, plenty of room. I went out a few months ago and saw a great white out there. Man, what a sight." "What do you say?" Paul asked, a little louder and more energetic than necessary. Scotty hesitated, but knew that if this Paul was anything like high school Paul, he wasn't going to take no for an answer. "Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it. I'm pulling into work now. Can you shoot me an email with the details tonight?" Scotty asked, putting the car in park. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, cool. Looking forward to it, buddy." "Me too. Should be fun. I'll talk to you late." "Yep, talk to you soon. Bye-bye." And with that, it was silent. Scotty smiled and shook his head. Seemed like Paul hadn't changed much since high school, and now Scotty was wondering what he was getting himself into. Scotty pulled into the office building and jiggled the key in the front door. He switched on the lights and headed to his office. He sat down and flipped through his planner to today's date. First up, the 8 a.m. tech meeting. He loved these meetings, as they were sometimes the only part of the day where he could really connect with all the guys, and Tracy, their only female AC tech, and listen to their questions or concerns. Tech meetings always made Scotty think about his very first 8 a.m. tech meeting with Drew, the founder of Shark's AC repair service, at the local Boys and Girls Club. Scotty's dad was a drinker before his mom died, and her death just sent him spiraling out of control. Scotty dreaded going home from school each day, on edge about whether it would be him or the living room wall that got the brunt of his father's grief-induced rage. Not wanting to go home as a kid is how Scotty ended up in the back seat of the Jamesons' car, which is how he wound up in the back of a police car for the first time a few hours later. But that time would not be his last. Finally, a compassionate judge ruled that his poor choices were a result of his unstable home life, truancy, and his extended periods of unsupervised time, and mandated that Scotty go straight to the Boys and Girls Club every day after school, as an alternative to juvenile detention. Scotty had been annoyed, but thought anything was better than going home to his dad or juvie. Scotty looked at the keepsakes on his desk. Front and center was the plaque Brittany had made for him for Father's Day, with the Sacred Six engraved in silver. There was one photo of Brittany on her 3rd birthday, and one of Cece in the passenger seat of his first car, one of Cece and Scotty kissing on their wedding day, and one of Drew standing in front of Shark's AC repair service truck surrounded by all of the techs. Someone must have said something funny because everyone was laughing. The picture was faded, but you could see the sparkle in Drew's eyes. Every time Scotty looked at this picture of Drew, he remembered with fondness the day he met him. The evening bus had dropped Scotty off in front of the newly renovated Boys and Girls Club. He saw a few people he recognized from school walk in and saw that everyone was sitting down and eating dinner. His stomach rumbled.